Hello, I'm Jessica Fudim, and thank you for joining me today for the hovering clamshell. So some optional props are a pillow and a washcloth. So we'll begin lying down on our sides. If you like, you may put the pillow under your head. And if you want to fill the space, that curvature of your waist, go ahead and put a washcloth under there, encouraging your spine to hold its natural curves. We're going to line up our heels with our sitting bones, shoulders, and ears, and begin by pressing your bottom leg down into the floor, lifting your top leg up just to hip socket height. From there, exhale to press your leg up only as high as you can, maintaining the length in your waist. Back down just to hip socket height. We're going to do 9 more. So as you can see, I'm keeping my knee bent, working the side of the hip, and that bottom leg and hip are working as well, pushing into the floor. Whatever is touching the floor is heavy. And let's do 3 more. Exhale up, inhale down, lengthening the waist. And last one, and at hip socket height. We have 1 more variation. We're adding external rotation of that thigh bone, spiraling the knee upward and back to parallel. I'm imagining that my heel is resting on a platform. Try a few with your hand on your sitting bone. Reach that sitting bone into your fingertips. So the pelvis is stable, the spine is stable. It's just that top leg that's moving, bottom leg is pressing into the floor. And 3 more reps. And 2 more. And the last one, let's hold it at the top. Pause there, feeling the waist and the sitting bone lengthen, the thigh bone spiraling and sinking deep into the hip socket. We're going to stretch. This is optional. I'm going to use my exhale, my hands to push up into a mermaid position for a side stretch. So you've got a couple options here. If this mermaid stance of the legs doesn't feel great for your hips or your knees, go ahead and try just extending that one leg, stretch toward the leg, and then you can bend your supporting arm on the return. And if this doesn't feel so great, if you feel tight in your hips, you have another option to sit up on a pillow. Might make it a little bit easier to lift up out of your pelvis, lifting up out of the pelvis, anchoring the pelvis down. All right, time to do the other side. Again, set up your props if you want them for support. Line up your heels with your sitting bones, shoulders and ears. And we begin with the parallel variation. Press the bottom leg down into the floor, lift the top leg up only as high as you can, keeping the waist long, and lower down just to hip socket height. Up and down. What is it like if you press the bottom leg down before you lift the top leg up? That might help you stabilize the pelvis and spine and give that top hip a little more power. We've got about 3 more on this side. Continue with that good work you're doing and draw the thigh bone even deeper into the hip socket while lengthening the waist. 1 more. We're going to pause at hip socket height. That's our new start position for the spiral and return. Exhale, press the bottom leg down before you spiral that top knee upward. Especially if you have your head down on your arm or your pillow, see if you could make it relax more with every rep, sinking into the floor wherever you're touching it, and stabilizing the spine and the pelvis as you spiral the leg and draw it deep into the socket. Let's do 2 more. And last one. Hold it there, lengthening the waist, the sitting bone, spiraling the leg deep into the socket. And then use your exhale, your hands to press up either to the mermaid or your side stretch in both directions, or you're going to straighten the leg as you reach toward it and bend your supporting arm. And you may also sit on a pillow. And if none of those feel good, you can just skip this part, maybe side stretch when you're sitting in a chair or standing. And finish. And thank you so much for joining me for the hovering clamshell.